On Wednesday, Bayer Pharmaceutical found itself under increasing scrutiny for a contraceptive medical device it manufactures called Esure. Thousands of women across the country have already reported serious injuries because of the device, which was approved in 2002. But on Wednesday, U.S. Representative Mike Fitzpatrick alleged that Esure had also caused hundreds of unreported fetal deaths, and that Bayer Pharmaceutical had also provided tens of thousands of dollars in illegal kickbacks to doctors for promoting the device.
One of the issues that's disturbing to me is that these issues would only come to light because of the work of victims.
In a press call Wednesday morning, Congressman Fitzpatrick told a group of reporters that he would move forward in taking the device off the market if Bayer Pharmaceutical and the FDA would not do it themselves.
So if the FDA and the manufacturer of the device are not willing to remove this device, called dangerous device, from the market, it's my view that Congress must act in that case. So I introduced the E-Free Act in November of last year. The E-Free Act, which is a bipartisan bill pending before the Energy and Commerce Committee, would require the FDA to revoke the pre-market approval of the Esure device.
In response to Congressman Fitzpatrick's press call, Bayer released a statement denying the figure of over 300 fetal deaths, saying that, quote, "It is not true that an investigation revealed unreported deaths with Esure. Bayer reports adverse events to FDA consistent with FDA regulations. The reference data is also publicly available." But a data analyst on Congressman Fitzpatrick's press call clarified the discrepancy.
The majority of those 303 reports of fetal death, they are reported to the FDA as injuries and malfunctions. They're not reported as death reports.
Bayer didn't address the kickback allegations.
The main thing I want to push right now pertaining to what Congressman Fitzpatrick said today is that what Bayer and Conceptus did is against the law. It's illegal.
Amanda Dykman is an Esure victim who gave her testimonial on Fitzpatrick's press call. She talked to The Real News after the phone conference about the complaint she brought to Fitzpatrick about illegal kickbacks.
Those kickbacks include over $20,000 worth of free medical equipment in exchange for the purchase of at least 25 Esure kits per month.
After Dykman underwent the Esure procedure in 2010, she says she started experiencing a range of debilitating symptoms from chronic fatigue to heavy periods full of clots to hair loss to severe bloating. Now she hopes that enough victims of Esure have banded together through a Facebook page called Esure Problems that the FDA will be forced to address their grievances.
I don't think the FDA has enough funding to do what they need to do, post-market and protect patients. So there needs to be a change, and I'm hoping that Esure Problems will lead the path and spearhead the fight against that.
The FDA is expected to publish a report in a week or so after a months-long review of Esure. Esure is protected from lawsuits under its pre-market approval status, which means that little progress can come without an E-Free Act to curb the effects of a medical device that many say has done enough damage. For The Real News, Thomas Hedges, Washington.
Yes, good morning and welcome to Straight Up for Today, the 19th of February. Today is also the date on which thousands and tens of thousands of Ethiopians, the start of the massacre of tens of thousands of Ethiopians. I think it was 1937, was it? 19th of February, was it 1937? Yeah, it must have been 1937. It could have been, yeah, 1937. Anyway, it was the 19th of February, the start of the massacre of tens of thousands of Ethiopian youths, young people searched out by the fascist invaders of Ethiopia. Them search out the young people, starting in Addis Ababa and starting with those who are well educated. Search out all of the well educated young people and decide to wipe them out. Tens of thousands of them were massacred on this day. And it continued. It was just like the Coral Gardens wiping out that the government of Jamaica planned in 1963. Just like the Coral Gardens wiping out that Bustamante initiated in 1963. the wiping out of tens of thousands of Ethiopian educated youth as a punishment. Punishment for the resistance of the Ethiopian people, especially the youth. Resistance against the invasion and occupation of Ethiopia. Martyrs Day, them call it, 19th of February. That music was played by Delroy Wilson. Of course, you know that was the anthem of the musical campaign of Michael Manley and the PNP in 1969 to 72. 1969 to 72, the PNP and Michael Manley made a special study of the culture, the youth culture and the African militant culture of the time in Jamaica and around the world, and changed their image into a youth image and a African and a black image, black militant image, to distance themselves from the JLP. The PNP and the JLP were regarded by the majority of the population as being no better than one another. The PNP and the JLP. Between 1962 and 68, the people of Jamaica, especially the young people, it became a majority. More than half of the people of Jamaica by 1968 had come to the conclusion that the PNP and the JLP offered no independence, and the 62 independence, so-called independence, was not an independence. It was a garrison formed between the PNP and the JLP to hold Jamaica in their clutches. The majority of the population came to that conclusion by 1968. So Norman Manley announced that he was ready to leave the political scene because the new scene had overtaken him and he had not much relevance. He did not have enough relevance for him to feel satisfied to stay on the scene and to try and lead anything. And he vacated the leadership of the PNP and the leadership of the opposition early in the new year, 69. And his son Michael Manley take over the PNP and the leadership of the opposition, having won a seat in 1967. Him and E.K. Powell had fight for the central Kingston seat, and it was in dispute for some time till it was awarded to Michael Manley, wasn't it? E.K. Powell of the JLP, an engineer. Anyway, as I said, between 1969 and 1972, the PNP and Michael Manley changed up their image to be a youth-friendly and black-friendly group of people. And especially after 1969, early 70, when the Abeng newspaper failed. The Abeng newspaper failed, the publication of the Abeng newspaper, which was expressing a black militant and leftist view. Matter of fact, the paper was controlled by some leftists and some Marxists, and had a kind of anti-black view. Ironically, although they chose the name Abeng, and they rode on the wave of sentiment, black militant sentiment that voiced itself in 1968. The people who control the Abeng were people, most of them were kind of critical of the black militant, black power, African-centered movement, which they said that class struggle is the most important thing, not race struggle. Not the struggle of a race to be redeemed is important, they thought, but the class struggle of poorer people against the rich. They thought that that was the most important thing, and they used to look down. They used to believe they are looking down on the black struggle, the African struggle. And it's people like this that control the black image Abeng paper. Afterwards, the black image of the paper was questioned whether it was genuine, and they made an attempt to incorporate more of the African opinion and more of the black nationalist sentiment on the mass of the people. But as soon as the Abeng failed early in 1970, the PNP and Michael Manley co-opted. In other words, they grabbed at least half of the militant and leftist supporters and controllers of the Abeng newspaper and brought them into the PNP struggle. Some of them was in the PNP before, like D.K. Duncan and Arnold Bertram and many more. Some of them was even financiers from inside the PNP. Vernon Arnett was one of the people who used to support that paper. Very decent human being, a PNP minister, former PNP minister and MP. He was one of the people who used to help finance the paper. But there were some more avaricious elements, not like Vernon Arnett, more avaricious elements who were really supporting and donating in order to control. And once the paper failed in early 1970, they were co-opted back into the PNP and back into Michael Manley's team. And they proceeded to incorporate a lot of black culture admiration and black culture practice and so on, and gradually changed the image of Michael Manley into a semi-black militant and so on and so forth. But the musicians and the popular music of the day, especially after somebody like Boston Jack put out the music with named Starvation. Can we find that music, please? Starvation by Boston Jack. Especially after Boston Jack put out that piece of music, and it was banned by the JLP government, I think, in 1969. Michael Manley and the PNP saw very much with music like Everything Crash. Everything Crash, and the effectiveness of all of them kind of music there. They harness the effectiveness of the popular music of the day, and then form a thing named PNP bandwagon. Not immediately in 69. They gradually were changing the image, gradually were studying the culture and how to use the culture. Because you know that one of the main stratagem of the leftists and militant Marxists and other fellow travelers is to move along with popular movements, infiltrate them, take them over, and use the popularity of them to take power and authority in various countries. And when you get in authority now, you push them away and destroy them. You even eliminate them life and annihilate and massacre them if necessary. That's one of the techniques of the so-called far left revolutionaries. Later on they carried out some of that theory in Grenada. Some of them steered Jamaica and sanctioned the killing and the murder and the overthrowing of Maurice Bishop and many others. Same set of people. Same set of people were incorporated into the PNP. And it was with some relief that Michael Manley and many of his team lost the 1980 election, with some relief, because the going was really rough and tough. A whole heap of gunfighting and hundreds of people dying. And some of them realized that if the PNP had won in 1980, they were scheduled for, some of them were scheduled for execution, like what happened to Bishop in Grenada. They knew that if Michael Manley and the PNP did continue in power, the far leftists, some of them, the more irrational ones and the more craven ones, the more craven ones of the crew, would seek to seize power, having infiltrated like a chichi. And even wrested control of the PNP. They would put Michael Manley and other moderates one side and probably even put them to death. They knew that. Michael Manley and many more of his people knew that. So here we are. Better must come. Will better come through any of these two parties? That's the question. Do we have Boston Jack there? Boston Jack. This is the music that the JLP banned in 1969. Boston Jack from Augustown, Manley Avenue. Starvation killing the nation.
Every day carrying bucket to the well. One day the bucket bottom must drop out. Every day carrying bucket to the well. One day the bucket bottom must drop out. Everything crash, Lord. Whoa.
Yes, that was a cry from the previous year, 1968. Everything crashed. Everything crashed. The JLP had just won back a second term in 1967. Or them won it, or them stole it, or them shot them way to it. Two sides was shooting them way towards it. Well, the JLP win back them win the gunfight in 1967. And 1 year into them new term, everything crashed and crashing more and more. And the PNP crashing with the JLP too. Well, RJR, Radio Jamaica, works with the Gleaner. Was it RJR that took over the Gleaner, or was it the Gleaner that took over RJR? Recently there was a merger. Which one took over which one? But RJR work with the Gleaner, and the Gleaner works with who? Who does the Gleaner work with? Well, between RJR and the PNP, apparently they devised a forum. They devised a forum where the PNP people and probably supposedly, I don't know if it's the PNP people alone or the PNP and the JLP was proposed, but apparently the PNP and RJR devised a forum where questions would be posed by a panel of journalists posing, or a panel of people posing as journalists, or a panel of journalists posing questions. I don't know which one. And apparently the PNP was allowed to pick and choose who this panel would be. And to our credit, one of the premier people and faces of RJR Radio Jamaica, Dion Jackson Miller, she withdrew from the proceedings, saying that it was unwholesome. She didn't say that, but apparently she withdrew because of the unwholesomeness of the situation. I understand also that Emily Crooks, another eminent journalist lawyer, female journalist lawyer, both of them are female journalist lawyers, Emily Crooks and Miss Jax Miller. Both of them withdrew from any such thing, would have nothing to do with it, to their credit. Nothing to do with it.
It's Burke's Law.
Yes, the cacophony, or the clucking and clacking, or the, what them call it again, the cock-a-crow of Burke's Law. Monroe Doctrine and Burke's Law. What did I say now? Converging. Yeah, well, it's like from 1968 that I go on. And the leftists aiming and calculating to take over the popular movement and hold Jamaica in a stranglehold, and then establish them a Soviet-type police state. Them still dream of that. Still dream of that. I want to hail a couple people there. Donovan half a tree taxi, straight up. Yes, Donovan and all the other taxi man them out there and taxi woman them. Taxi man and taxi woman them doing them work and listening straight up meanwhile. And there is another isn't there. Yes, I want to yell Donna, security lady at the regional headquarters of the University of West Indies. Regional headquarters of the University of West Indies, Donna, security lady there. It was so good I got to attend the Derek Morgan Symposium. Derek Gordon Symposium. Dr. Derek Gordon, well-known social scientist of the University of West Indies, and lecturer, passed away in 1992, but since I think about 1995, there have been some symposia in the name of Derek Gordon, discussions. I was unable to stay for the first panel, but very interesting panel discussion there. One first gentleman there discussing gang culture and levels of crime in a garrison. Next lady discussing where is the queer where is the queer in Jamaica, in other words. What is the visibility and what is the ability of homosexual and other sexual description people to survive publicly in Jamaica without hiding themselves. or whether them have to hide themselves. Next one was by Dr. Charles, giving more information about the garrison culture of shatters and whether they are sociopaths. They don't care at all, just cold-blooded, or whether some of them have in little warm blood and little conscience, and some of the presentations by the other people there. I can't remember them names, but very interesting. Coming up today is the discussion and the documentary about here. Discussion and documentary about here that Dr. Michael Barnett was telling us about yesterday. Discussion and documentary about here name. I don't know. Anyway, it is in this. It is in the multi-purpose room beside the library, the UWI library, and I think the time is when 6 to 9. I believe it's 6 to 9 this evening. 6 to 9 in the multi-purpose room beside the library. Discussion about here and a documentary about how African women, black women around the world, majority of them are embarrassed about the characteristics of their hair, and will go to any lengths, even extension of other people here and for them here, to change them identity and make themselves feel good with other people here. But it's an illness. It is a $5 head illness. Might cost $5,000, but it's a $5 head illness. Not ridiculing anybody, just trying to put people at ease with them own self. Put people at ease with them own self, them real self. From the Prime Minister go right down, from the Prime Minister and the leader of the opposition wife, go right down. All of them not at ease with them own self, with them here. Wanna be like someone else and still wanna lead people. Still want to lead people. Meanwhile, not ease with themselves. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Well, Jimmy.
Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Well, Jimmy.
Welcome, sir. How are you doing?
Good old sir. Come on, you big come nice man.
Yeah?
Christian, the book there, see?
Yeah.
You have anything like that for the Africans?
If there's any such book for the Africans, hold on there. Well, let me explain. Hold on. Let me explain to the public. Mr. Coombs gave me a book which is recounting the experiences of the East Indian people who started to come here under the indentureship system and their transformation and adaptation to Jamaican life, and the whole story of them up to the time now and their success and various fields of activity. Yeah, there are books like that about the African, yes, in the West. Yeah.
Number two, is you know, some of the campaign for nobody, but they were talking about and doing it from a company.
Yeah.
They feel they catch him the company. And when the company that you can reveal, them stumble and fell, the PNP them.
Yeah, them stumble and fell. What did they ask about the company?
The man from a company, the man signed, and the behalf of a company when he was the education minister and thing, when the company was going to come out and choose on himself, am I right?
No, that is not what they asked about the company.
Yeah, correct me.
They are asking why him have to form a company in a foreign country. And was he a resident of that foreign country, and was he visiting Jamaica? How come him a visit Jamaica meanwhile he is a minister in Jamaica?
Well, yeah, but still for they stumbled and fell over from the name the company, nobody no come back again, do it, everything done.
No, they did come back.
You don't give nobody.
No, you're not listening good. They
Why
did.
you know?
They did say they're done with that, and 2 days later they did come back, and they have come back.
But the we call you know, ombudsman said they done with the fight, she night.
Make them done with it what?
The ambush lady.
Yeah.
They must done it for nobody can say this and nobody can say that, and
Yeah.
nobody can come up with the answer.
But she's very good at timing, you know.
Well, me not talk with me here.
I said she's very good at timing.
Alright, anyway, find out.
You know, sometimes you have some referee, you know, the boxing, them very good with timing.
Yeah.
And them low certain thing by certain opponent, and then know them cut off the other opponent quicker. Them low fuel blows below the belt before them go in and part it, and you know.
You also win there?
No, sir.
I mean, I know, but I said him more better, Jerry.
Yes, I believe you. I believe you.
No, but you can't believe me. But my telephone, I said him out. I said when you get to.
No, we're not going to go back through that, you know. It's not really necessary to go back through that. You give him some advice, and him don't come to me, but we don't want to rehash that every day.
No, we don't
Yes, well, okay. Thank you very much.
Have
Yes,
a
sir.
good weekend.
Thank you very much. Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Deal Bongo, Jerry.
Welcome, sir. Wagwan.
Blessed Friday.
Yes, sir.
The answer, I want to answer that question you asked
Yeah.
this morning.
Yeah.
Answer to that is a resounding no.
Which question that again?
Will you not better come from any of these two political warring tribes
Yes.
fighting for scarce benefits and spoils now? Answer is no.
Okay. And what makes you so sure of that? What makes you confidently say that?
Confidence because over the years I've been in this country for almost 48 years now,
Yeah.
and I have seen no real change in the development of the people of the country.
When these two parties get a chance.
Both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I don't blame you for saying no, and that is what's supposed to put people to work. If you're not satisfied with the food, you go to this restaurant. And if you're satisfied with the food, go to that restaurant, but you're not satisfied with the service. Because the food can be nice, but the service is terrible. And you find yourself not eating comfortably either because the food not taste good or because the service is feisty. It spur you now to start cook at home and start teach your girl to cut her long fingernail them and let us start cook at home and save some money.
Talking about long fingernail, they have the ladies them now have a tendency of gluing on false nails.
It's not nail, it's not nail, it's claw.
Whatever.
It's tooth and nail.
Bongo, Jerry,
You know
the
tooth and
crazy.
nail?
I wonder if they realize that their fingernail is one of their body parts that actually grows.
Yeah,
It continually grows.
yeah.
And when you glue on whether a claw or nail onto your own fingernail, it inhibits in the growth.
I wouldn't doubt you.
It inhibits in the growth.
Yeah.
Then again, the false ear thing, the syndrome,
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's money down the toilet.
I wonder if this is a remnant of the tragedies and the hardships we go through in slavery.
Oh, you mean if you wonder? You mean if you wonder if it's that?
Bongo, Jerry.
There's no doubt about that.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Bongo, Jerry, we're there.
I would like to see...
Today, no, that's what I say.
Come again yesterday?
Huh?
What you say about yesterday?
No, I say Usain Bolt date today.
Oh, yes, yes. Thank you very much.
Move fast like
Yeah.
lightning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Look come more, Bongo, Jerry.
Thank you very much. Next one, please. Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
First of all, to answer Mr. Cove, the whole thing is, that is just a tip of the iceberg. We have to force him out there to lie. The next thing is...
Hold on.
Eh?
You have to force what?
You have to force him out there to
Who
lie.
is him? Who is him?
The leader of the opposition.
To do what?
To lie.
About what?
The value of the house.
No, hold on. No, Coombs wasn't talking about no value of the house.
No, him saying...
No, hold on. You hold on there. You hold on, and if you continue to try override when you talk, we're not going to have no use for you.
Yeah, but I mean...
We're not going to have no use for you. I'm telling you, you're not going to have no use for you if you try to override when you're talking.
Talk.
Coombs wasn't talking about no value of no house.
No, he must say
You're
the
still
truth.
trying to override us. We'll go to the
Just
next
because
call.
you
We'll go to the
know,
next call.
just
Next
get
call.
some.
Good morning. Straight up, hello.
Hello, morning.
Thank you very much. Welcome.
Hello, sir.
Welcome, sir. Welcome, man. Go ahead, please.
Yes, respect.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, sir. I just want to raise concern about the matter of the manifesto presentation at this time,
Yeah.
so close before the election.
Yes.
And I believe that I would like to suggest to the ECJ that as part of the electoral reform process, that upon calling an election, right, from the time the election is announced, that the party, the government and the opposition and all other contended parties should present their manifestos respectively in time so that the people, the electorate, can have a chance to review these materials and to make valid choices.
Tell me something now. Tell me something. You know that is not a legal requirement to have a manifesto?
Well, I didn't know that.
All right. By the way, does your party have a manifesto?
Yes, sir, we do.
What year? What year manifesto?
What?
What year manifesto?
Well, listen, we have a manifesto that is properly hammered out.
Hello, don't go, no, please don't go any further with that. I ask you a question, please answer the question first. What year manifesto you have?
Repeat, sir?
What year manifesto does your party have?
It is current up to 2016.
What do you mean it's current up to? I ask you what year you put it out?
Oh, we put it out since it was first put out. I mean, we started writing it in 2012.
No, we're not talking about that.
And we review it and revise it, and it is made current up to 2016.
I'm still asking you again. I'm still asking you again.
Jamaican situation.
I'm still asking you again.
And economical.
I'm still
up to the present time.
I'm still asking. You're talking non-stop. You're talking non-stop. You're talking non-stop. And you don't answer the question. You're talking non-stop and you don't answer the question. I asked you what year was it put out?
It is now being put out, Mr. Small.
So it is just like the PNP and JLP now being put out in this time here, just now.
Yeah, but I am saying that the time constraint doesn't allow the electorate to review these materials.
No, you made a criticism a while ago that the JLP and the PNP putting out their manifesto too late. And you are now saying that your manifesto is now being put out. Same thing.
No, but Mr. Small, all I'm saying is that we see we're in the short span of time, a week before the election, is not sufficient to put out these materials.
You said
time provided for us to meet this requirement.
You said you're talking non-stop. You're not going to allow me.
Right down at the wire.
You're not going to allow me. Next call. You're not going to allow me. Next call. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Bongo, Jerry.
What go on?
I called a joke this morning.
Yeah, why?
I feel my exercise your patience, man.
Oh. Maybe I have to exercise mine.
Yeah, that's why I said I should have called a joke this morning.
Yeah, it's not them exercise my patience, you know. It's me have to exercise.
You exercise. Well, that's a true. Yeah, that's
you mean them testing my patience?
Them test, yeah. Well, that's true. Jerry.
Sir.
You know, I think all this thing I found here. This, you know him telling about me here, what I talk about Windy and sound like it's a good person. Jerry, remember me that suggest a straight up stage show to you, and I keep a straight up stage show to Windy.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Me are the first one I sign up for performance.
All right, what you going to perform? The tracks or band?
Tracks, Jerry.
Tracks.
Yeah, man.
All right, where are we going to keep it?
Well, would have to find a well, Jerry, you'd have to help me with the location.
No, I don't have the time to walk and look location. So,
okay.
So,
we'd have to find a location. All right.
And suppose it costs money, how are we going to raise the money? And I'm trying to foreclose it, you know.
No, man, I understand.
All right, let's go for a break and come back. Let's go for a break and come back, please.
All right, yeah.
Welcome back to Straight Up. Hey, my brother.
Yes, Jerry.
Yeah, man, I welcome all of these ideas and suggestions. We're just trying to work out the logistics and do some troubleshooting.
Yes, man.
All right, so we get a venue now. We have to get a venue that you can afford or that is free.
Right.
And then a lot of people will volunteer and so on. And then you raise some money that me have to go charge money for going in.
Yes.
And people,
donation.
yes, and people will donate because it's a worthy cause.
Yes.
And therefore you won't have no trouble with say you're going overprice thing. No, and then now when you get the money now, you would use it to help who?
Windy.
Help Windy.
Yeah, Jerry, and if it's successful, Jerry, then we could have make it like maybe once every 3 months to do it and find a next cause, because only for school and things that we could have used.
So it's going to take an ongoing organization.
If yeah, it's not, but you know, once it worked the first time, it work out well, then you know.
And then now,
would that be a part of that, Jerry?
Yeah, and then we have to find a way how to keep the funds and all them way there.
Yes.
And so you have to watch out for the mongoose and all them way there, a suck egg and all them way there.
True.
But it can be done,
Yeah, man.
All right, thanks for the idea here, sir.
All right then, Jerry. Bless you, love.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, ma'am. How you doing, ma'am?
Good morning. Not bad at all, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
I was most distressed yesterday. My cat had to have 2 operations in one.
Yeah.
A cesarean section and
what?
a hysterectomy.
And a what?
And hysterectomy.
That means that them take out the womb?
Yes.
Oh, them take out the kitten first and then them take out the womb?
Yes, and it was most distressing. The poor cat is still in pain. Now, another point, Mr. Small.
Yes.
don't have the evidence about the leader of the opposition and his goings on and his house and so on. And quite frankly, I'm not interested in it unless he has done something wrong and should therefore be brought to books.
Yeah.
But with respect to going to St. Lucia, I don't know how the PNP can call St. Lucia a foreign country. St. Lucia is a part of the CARICOM single market and economy.
I'm part of the
means
part of
that
the
goods, people, services, everything move freely.
yeah.
So much so that they are willing to push us in the Caribbean Court of Justice.
Yeah, yeah.
So how can they be talk about this man in foreign and come back? You understand them? More manipulation. Just one more point.
Yeah.
I am trying to figure out the difference, and it's quite a jigsaw between PNP and JLP.
Yeah.
And over the years, the main one I've noticed is that a different set of hangers-on get jobs and positions. And some people are smart enough to eat from both straws. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, hello.
Yes, yes.
You interested in participating in
Oh,
debate?
yes, oh, yes, oh, yes.
Yes,
But
you
I can call in, can't I?
I prefer you to come here. You can come here today. You can reach here today.
All right.
And also, you'd like it to be here Monday because Monday is a full-blown thing.
Okay.
So try reach here by the next hour, please. You can do that?
Okay.
Thank you very much. Next one, please. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up Alone. Morning, welcome. Straight Up Alone.
Morning, Jerry.
Welcome, sir.
The suggestion that man make is a good suggestion, but he has to put things in place.
Yeah.
See it, and even if he gets a venue free, he still have to ask for a donation, so, and the artists then perform free,
yeah.
for worth the cost. I've seen other artists do it, so it is a good project, and I hope it goes through. And he has planned to continue it at least every 3 months. I believe every 3 months might be a bit short.
Yeah.
But he could give it some more months.
Yeah.
And see how this one go. A lot of people in need, A lot of people in need. Some are fight it, but in winning situation, I believe he deserves the first preference.
Yeah. Well, you have to find a way now to keep everything accountable.
Yes.
And keep the proceeds safe.
Mm-hmm. And I hear you mention you don't support the lady in win the situation, but I kind of have a different.
You don't support the lady. Hold on. You don't support the lady. What?
Not me. You speak of the lady who set up the account for Windy.
Yeah.
And I listen to your views.
Yeah.
But for instance, suppose. What's the question that we're asking, is accountability, and who is this person, right? It's when this, for instance, should sick and can't go to the bank. Can this person be trusted to say do the business concerning when the how we operate?
I'm not concerned with the identity of the person.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not concerned with the identity of the lady.
Mm-hmm.
I am concerned whether the information that I get from Mr. Coombs is right.
Okay.
That information is that the bank book has been withheld from Windy.
Okay. Okay.
And you are okay with that?
No, I'm not okay with that. I'm just saying, okay, I listen to your explanation.
And I'm asking if you are okay with that.
You mean somebody else have the bank book?
Not only have it, withhold it from Windy.
No. If that information from Mr. Coombs is right,
yeah.
It is completely wrong for that person to withhold information. That means he will never know the amount of money that's in the account.
Yeah.
So in that case, Christian has to ask. But on the other hand, it needs somebody that can be trusted, need to be amongst him, that if he can't move, his business can go forward and he can survive the same way.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Next one. Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome.
Yeah, good morning.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Jared.
Yes, sir.
Jigsaw.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, in terms of Windy, yeah?
Yeah?
Yeah, a house is available from Food for the Poor, of the inquiries I've made.
Oh, yeah, yes.
One, some tenure to the premises can be properly established and demonstrated, documented.
Yes.
You got that?
In other words, once he can establish that he will be allowed to...
authority to
Let
pay
me
a
finish,
federal-
please. Please let me finish. Once that it is established that he will be allowed to deposit the house there unmolested for some reasonable time, not for 50 years, but some reasonable time, the Food for the Poor is willing to release and facilitate that house.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much for finding out
All
that.
you could need is electrical wiring
Yeah,
because the house comes with plumbing.
yeah. Thank you very much for finding out that.
Yeah, but there's a lot more to it, and that's what we're trying to
I
do.
imagine there's I imagine there's a lot more, yeah.
Yeah, based on what I've inquiries I've made.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you very much. That is
But anyway, I'll see you on Monday.
yes, sir. Thank you very much. Next one, please. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello.
Small.
Welcome, welcome.
Your patience threshold is very limited. You need to cool it down. Out backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What is that you're counting down?
In your mind, before you lose your temper, the patience threshold needs to be adjusted. You can't just...
No, I'm asking you the counting. I'm asking you the counting that you just did a while ago. What is that?
It's to cool you down. You're holding back.
Where you got that counting from?
Part of my education.
Oh, yeah. Oh, so part of one of the white people technique of keeping their temper cool.
Look, what you hating on me for? It's not my fault I was born in Britain. What you hating on me for?
Hate what?
What you hating, man.
Hate who?
You're hating on me about why white people coming at it.
I said that is one of the white people technique that you learn in England.
I learned in Jamaica when I was there from 65 to 80.
So before that, how you used to cool down your temper?
And I've never had that. I don't have.
Then how you learn it in Jamaica? Then why did you have to learn it in Jamaica?
It was taught. It's not something you have to.
So why was it taught? Why was it taught to you when you were in Jamaica?
It was taught to you that you think before you act.
And why was it taught to you when you were in Jamaica?
Because it's standard. You think about the situation before you act. You just get ignorant. You're not listening to me.
But you sound like you are getting hysterical there now.
No, that's your department. I don't do it. Anyway, who you voting for?
Vote in. Where is vote and how do you get into vote?
Who are you voting for?
Who I am voting for? I'm not aware of voting.
You're not on the voters list.
Which voters list?
Gary, stop it now, man.
Stop what?
I'm trying to be a civilized question.
You are civilized?
Alright, put it another way.
Yeah.
Who are you voting for on next Thursday, the upcoming election? PNP or JLP?
You want to find out that?
I'm asking for simple. To be fair, listen. If I worked in, I've worked in election office. If I worked in your election office, without you even telling me what you vote, you can be found out. Because when you register to vote, and you put your name goes beside a number of the ballot that's put in the box, and your name will, the number on the sheet.
Hear what you do now. Hear what you do. Hear what you do. Call again just after the 10 o'clock news.
Alright, mate.
Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello?
Yes, Jerry.
Yes, sir.
I hear Jigsaw talking, if and when Mr. Coles got that house and there any form of plumbing,
Yeah.
you can count on me.
No, plumbing is in there already.
Yes, but what about repair after?
Oh,
Well, I'm prepared to play my part then.
okay. Thank you very much. Next one.
Yeah.
Hi, Jerry. Good morning.
Morning, sir.
And morning to your listeners.
Thank you.
It was good to hear someone calling about the gentleman Windy.
Yes, Busy Campbell.
Yeah, you promised that you could let me know. I want to go down there tomorrow, somewhere in Montgomery, East and Richmond
Yeah.
Park here, all right?
Yeah, you were to call me and you was to go.
Right. Thing is that you can do it tomorrow, will I? Know. I think I have your number.
No, tomorrow won't be good, but Sunday morning could be good.
Fine. All right, I'll make myself available. But the good news is that when I heard the gentleman say Food for the Poor is willing to put up put a house on the property once we get approval, right?
Yes.
And my brother is the electrical engineer.
Yeah.
And I'm going to contribute towards the electrical part of it.
Yeah.
Like, you have to have the panel box and whatever.
Yeah.
So I give you a commitment in that way, right?
Great.
Okay?
Thank you very much.
All right, my brother.
Have another? Well, that's great. We're getting somewhere, but one of the first things we have to do is go talk with the people upon whose land Wendy would like to deposit them house, and find out, you know, how much leeway, how much tenure, how long I'm willing to allow him there. 2 year, 5 year, or what? That would be great. Well, now, in the next hour, we will be talking with a couple of the people, maybe more than two at least, who have presented themselves to really to enact this debate here, straight up debate. We have to go for the 10 a.m. headline news. Straight up. Thank you very much. Welcome back to Straight Up. I'm your host, Jerry Small. We're into the second hour of the program here. Today is the 19th of February. Ethiopian Martyrs Day, when them kill off a whole heap of tens of thousands of educated Ethiopian youth in 1936, deliberately, or 37. And today is Friday, the 19th of February. Straight Up. Let's go to the phone. Good morning. Do we have any text messages there?
You're the king, big brother.
Welcome, sir.
You said yesterday about calling earlier, so
Yeah.
would I be allowed to read a small speech that His Majesty made in...
Go ahead.
All right. However, our programs undertaken in the economic field for augmenting the material welfare of our subjects has not made us forget that according to the words of the Bible, man does not live by bread alone. We believe that the spiritual and moral welfare of our people is as important as their material well-being. But, it is that following the liberation of Ethiopia from the yoke of the enemy, we have devoted a very large part of our budget and national revenue for the establishment and development of schools. During this short period of 10 years, no less than 15 secondary schools, of which the last, the General Wingate School, was opened by ourselves this year, have been established directly as a result of our initiative and direction. The number of students enrolled in schools in Ethiopia has nearly tripled during the same period.
Hold on a minute. I think that's enough reading there now.
Excuse me?
I think that's enough reading.
Okay. We find ourselves in a serious time, big brother.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's well, we can't call it any other way. We being here is to lead our people to a different reality, a reality where His Majesty put in place and that we can follow through with and set the world straight. I mean, the Jamaican people, like I said a couple years back, and like the people know, we are a special people. We are different to everybody. We are productive in every field. You understand? We excel on every backside level. Excuse my, the backside, can't help yourself. So the thing is now that the world is sitting and waiting on us. Our family across the world is suffering and looking for a head. And we have been chosen.
Hold on a minute. Tell me something.
Yes, sir.
What you really want to discuss? Because I don't really sound like you really want to discuss something.
No, well, it's not the discussion. I wanted to finish the little speech, you know, and just start.
No,
there.
the telephone calls cannot consist of speeches.
Mm-hmm. Well,
quotation. It can't.
And His Majesty being so important to us, I thought, you know, it'd be
What you say? You fought?
I thought it would be like, you know, appropriate.
Well, don't fart too much.
No, but fart. Yeah. Love and light, yeah, Jerry. I'll call the king again some other
And you know that today is the Ethiopian Martyrs Day.
Yes.
Where the fascists try to wipe out the entire educated population in Addis Ababa and surrounding areas.
Yeah, well, this is the whole point of me reading His Majesty's thoughts on education and the importance of education.
Yeah.
And the fact that the importance of education has always been the most important thing for any.
Yeah, man. Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
All right. Good time.
Keep on working. Yes, sir. Welcome.
Morning.
Yes, sir.
Towards the house, I check out all them things, you know, and give me some information.
Yeah.
Well, me not put everything on you, but what I'm saying is,
yeah,
if you can give me a number of your number, you can not try to get in touch with him And you and the most of our want meet him, can't meet him now, yeah. That sound good?
Or meet him where?
Right at my house, sir.
Yeah, but one of the priorities is to meet the people who own the land.
The people them dead.
Would you allow me to
Okay.
finish, please? If they're even dead, somebody's own the land now.
Yeah.
When people die, people own land for them lifetime.
Me know.
And when them die,
Where is, but you can't leave for you and go up there. You can't meet him and you him take up and go up there.
no, listen.
Alright, go ahead.
I want to find out who is it who own the land now, you know? So we'll also take it step by step. But I'm glad for all the help you give it.
Yeah.
Because I know it's going to work out.
Me I try to get a venue here.
Yes, a venue to do what?
We keep the show with judgment.
Okay.
My yard too small. You know my yard.
No, yes, I know your yard. Yes, man.
It's too small.
Yeah,
Alright?
man. Thanks a lot. Yes,
Okay.
sir. Next one, please.
Good morning, Master.
Welcome. What going?
Not bad. How you do?
Fine. Fine, thank you.
This long time I don't talk about Swiss politics now. I want to ask the two, a leader, Porsche and Mr. Andrew, a question.
Yeah.
I would like to find out this is
Yeah.
it is a good thing for the Jamaican people
Yeah.
that the money of Canada and America and England is our money. We have to give them more for less. I have a person send some credit for me. She not send no money, but she always send a credit. She send $10. And when I check, when I get it over here, it's $1,000.
Yeah.
And she's going on like the $10 could buy her dinner. So I would like to find out from Mr. Wolf.
So hold on.
That too money can valuable.
Hold on a
Because
minute.
what making the trouble is that we're boating over the big name money without value.
Hold on a minute. So you doubt that the lady can get a dinner for buying Canada for $10 Canadian?
No, sir, American dollar.
You doubt that somebody can get a dinner for buy for $10 American?
It's not that I doubt it. I'm surprised, Master.
So 10 hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
We need
Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute.
But it has value, right, sir?
You listening or is only you one talking? Are you listening or not?
Oh, sorry, my boss. Sorry.
I'm not your boss and I'm not your bishop or not the deacon. We want to touch you neither. Alright. 10 American dollar value 1,200 Jamaican dollar. Not true? Not true?
I think when I get it to that 1,000, I sit on.
No, that is a Canadian dollar. That's a Canadian dollar. But the American dollar now value 120 Jamaican dollar. 122. So when you change it at the right place, you will get at least $1,200 for it. And $1,200 can cook about 5 or more people dinner in Jamaica properly. And if you're buying at a restaurant, it can buy maybe 2.5 proper dinner. So why you doubt that an American or a Canadian can get that dinner for $10?
No, but she's going on like it's enough money, Master. And
no, dinner. You mentioned about dinner. No, you said that the lady said could buy her dinner, and you are doubting it and going, and you sound ungrateful.
it's not ungrateful. We want to know if it is good for Jamaica, all the money is balancing.
No, you do.
And we have to spend
Yeah.
with them.
Yeah,
That's what we want to find out.
Yes, the way you mix up everything, I don't know how you relate all this to Andrew Holness and Portia Simpson Miller. But thank you very much, yes, sir.
Yes,
The bishop leaving you alone, him still molesting you.
Master, no human being is valuable if them not find Jesus to them doing it.
I never asked about Jesus. I ask you. No, hold on there. Hold on there. Ask if the bishop still molesting you.
Because I have Jesus and can't do it, sir.
Okay. Alright, next call, please. Good morning and welcome to Straight Up. Hello? Yes, ma'am. Walk on.
King Selassie, I Rastafari. Blessed morning, Aya.
Yeah, is a good thing that there's no bishop prick. You hear me? You hear me?
It's a good thing that there is no.
There's no bishop prick in a Rastafari.
What do you mean by that?
No, that previous caller for some time, one bishop in them church was molesting him.
Oh.
But there's no bishop prick in a Rastafari.
Yeah, and give thanks to Jesus and
Bishop.
in the name of Jesus. No,
Yeah,
no man can touch on
a bishop prick is the area where a bishop rule over, you know.
Yeah.
So if your bishop ruling you are part of the bishop prick.
Yes, man.
You can look it up in the dictionary. Do I have no cape on it? PRIC, bishop PRIC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I same thing with the pastor. So when you are pastored by somebody, then you're under his control, you know, you heard it somewhere.
Yes, sir, yes.
And you're not supposed to step outside unless them open the gate.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
Yeah, give thanks and praise for today, Mr. Small, as Martha's Day, you know?
Yes, sir.
Me did hear a bridging from one other program and say them out chant to Isis sometime this evening, but we never really did get the location where them gonna chant concerning Martha's Day still. But this Martha's Day, Mr. Small, the war in Ethiopia between 1936 to about 41. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 1936 to about 1941. That's where Martha's Day stems from, right?
Yes, sir.
Well, His Majesty did really have a speech after he came out of exile, and I was hoping that somebody would have really released something like that on one of the programs.
Yeah.
When they really congratulate the few them who still stand up, you know?
Yeah.
Because much as the army has come to issue was 20-1.
Yeah.
And they were outnumbered by weapon, and one of the greatest weapons that they brought, Mr. Small, was the biological weapon.
Yeah, the Italian brought the biological warfare, poison, gas and other things.
I said that was the most devastating thing, Mr. Small.
Yeah.
Because much as they were the Ethiopians were outnumbered, them couldn't manage them on the battlefield, power to power, Mr. Small.
No.
You see, because much as we lose the most educated youth, they were still standing tall, you know?
Yeah.
And His Majesty made a great speech, congratulate them for standing up and fighting through, you know?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, man, so we give thanks to Ethiopia, Mr. Small, and we African, we're in the West, yeah. We must know these things.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, we must know these things. If Virgin does just read a speech of His Majesty.
Yeah.
It's a valid point. I was just hoping you would just find a point in there where mother just try to discuss with you, because I did really want to hear some more of it, you know?
That's what I thought, that he was reading his speech so that he could discuss some point, but
yeah, man, I did really want him to discuss. Well, in the politics time, you know, Mr. Small, I wanted to ask to say,
yeah,
we have a post in our politics called the ombudsman or the ombudswoman.
Yeah.
I try to figure out from who are there. What is the purpose of an ombudsman? What is the office? What authority they have? Like how the police have an authority, can see out there and arrest you or even shoot you. What is the authority of an ombudswoman or ombudsman?
Well, in a minute, because we only have 30 seconds left, but we're going to take a minute over. In a minute, the post of ombudsperson is what they call a creature of parliament. Like how the hold on please. Like how the commissioner, the Indicom commissioner and the contractor general and all of these things are commissions of parliament authorized to carry out certain functions, whether investigatory functions like Indicom or examination functions like the contractor general is supposed to examine contract to see if them clean, and the ombudsperson is a commission to moderate political relationships and to keep conflict at a minimum and to restore relations between conflicting parties and that kind of thing. Yes, a creature of parliament.
When I say keep conflict minimal, the conflict would be between both parties.
Not only both parties, between all political action in Jamaica.
But I think that would be in the office of the contractor, the general, and the DPP.
No. I don't say they don't have any a jurisdiction there, but they have jurisdiction as far as criminal action is suspected and as far as contracts are involved. But generally, no, hold on, we can't go much further. Look, hello, we can't go much further. We can only go 30 seconds further, but I'm telling you, their authority would be as far as contracts are concerned in politics, and with the DPP as far as criminal action is suspected. But the political ombudsman is a little wide in terms of activities and actions and relationships and restoring relationships. But we're out of time here, sir.
Yeah, man, give thanks and
thank you very much. Really? One more, please. One more call, please.
Hello, morning.
Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up.
You hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Alright, quickly here. Something that I don't understand.
Can you speak up a little clearer? Just a little.
There's something that I don't understand.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's in regards to the proposal put forward by the leader of the opposition, the where they're planning, they're saying...
Yeah, just a minute, please. Just a minute. Are you on a speakerphone?
No, I'm not.
Are you in an enclosed place?
Yes, I am.
All right, well, we must be able to hear you better then. Can you talk?
You're hearing me clear now?
What's the difference now? What you did?
I took the phone off the Bluetooth.
Oh, Bluetooth, okay. All right, go ahead, please.
All right. In regards to the proposal put forward by the leader of the opposition, where they say if they win, they would move the threshold level to 1.5 million, which means that everybody below that level would not pay any PAYE.
Yeah.
It's currently at how much? I think 580, roughly about 600,000.
I couldn't tell you the figures. You go and extrapolate and thing.
Alright, I think it's in that region, which translates to about 50,000 per month, which is what, 12.5 per week currently. So everybody at that level, up to that level, does not pay any PAYE. Which means that if this plan is put into action, most persons below that 12.5 level they're already not paying any PAYE, which means that you will be putting more money in the hands of, I would say, you could say middle income people or working class people in that region there.
In the region of what?
If you earn 125,000, up to 125,000, you would not pay any PAYE.
Yeah. 125,000, hold on, 125,000 a month or a year?
Per month.
125,000 a month is roughly 25,000 or 30,000 a week, kind of thing?
Right, in that region. Why I'm asking these questions is, from the little that I know of economics, just a little. People having more money to spend in that region will mean that there is going to be, I believe, a increase, a higher demand for U.S. currency to purchase goods that is supplied here.
Yeah.
U.S. currency, which is already limited, and usually that can push up inflation. As I say, I'm not.
Hold on a minute. Just for the benefit of the listeners, when people have more money to spend, especially suddenly, and especially when it is more than they have ever had to spend, frequently they overspend or they spend outside of necessities, right?
Yes.
And spending outside of necessities and overspending, in a very short time the market is aware of the extra money being spent. And when people are aware of extra money being spent, like for instance when a shipload of cocaine wash up on a beach in Portland, and almost everybody in the area, or in White House in Westmoreland, almost everybody in the area get a little piece of coke, and they are selling the coke back to the big guy who collecting it, and money is circulating in Port Antonio, and then buy out the whole of quartz. Everybody have money and then buy out the whole of everything and buy out all kind of thing. In a short time the business people in the area are aware that coke money is running, and instead of they selling, when they sell out the first set of chairs and they send back to Kingston or somewhere to get a next set of chairs because people coming for buy sofa, they say coke money is running and are going to charge 30% more for the sofa them, right? And so this information circulates very quickly in the market, and as a result of that prices go up and people start to bake them bread smaller, put less meat in the patty and things, so you're paying more for less. You know, Porsche's slogan at one time was should doing less with more, but that was an inflationary talk. It's a mistake you're making, but it caused inflation. You understand?
Yeah.
So therefore, I just explaining. Are you hearing me? I'm explaining to the listeners, many of who don't understand why when extra money come into the people pocket it causes inflation. Is because the market get to find out and the market turn a pirate and start juke up price.
Yes,
but if you're sensible, inflation can't trouble you if you have sense.
The point I'm trying to put forward is this.
Yeah.
I have not heard any expert who I would say is impartial. I have not heard any of them really.
Experts in what?
Impartial.
Expert in what?
In economics.
Oh, they must say economics. Yes.
Yes. That break down this thing and not examine it from a partisan basis. I hear
Yeah.
the JLP people them talk, and I hear the PNP people them talk, and they are all putting arguments that support their point.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I've not heard anybody who's impartial, and this is the important thing.
Yeah.
Because if you remember in the 1990s, when the
We only have 30 seconds. Hello. I take up plenty of time, but we only have 30 seconds more.
Yes, so if you can get somebody who can come and break it down for people who want to fully understand, because we don't want to do things and then we're not being informed of what.
All right. Tell me something now. Tell me something now. Did I help when I explained about what can help make inflate prices in a town a while ago?
Yes, you did.
All right, and you also, hold on, you also are very helpful in that way. And I believe that outside of experts, there are a lot of people, each one another, a lot of people can help break down a lot of these things that people want to mystify. You know, it is.
Call back later.
Yeah, oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We have 90 outside here. Can call him, no, ask him to send the thing for me. And we also have Jabi. Call Jabi for me, please. We have two of our debaters here. And we're going to introduce them. We know one of them as Christopher. What's your proper name, sir? No, in the mic.
Christopher Smith, Mr.
Christopher Smith.
Yes.
And we have Miss Latoya.
Fuller.
Yeah. Christopher Smith. And people know him on the radio as Christopher, right? And Latoya Fuller. We've been hearing her quite a bit since yesterday morning. Why I say that? Because I heard her on another program before she came here, and that's why I was able to recognize her. In the meantime, now today is Ethiopian Martyrs Day. And our two guests, just for 3 minutes, they're just going to give them a seat, please. They're going to turn some martyr, you know, and give them a seat. Yes, and we have 90 wellness in the studio, yeah. You know 90, Miss Lady? Hello, ma'am. You know 90?
Well, I'm meeting him now.
No, but I know you're meeting. I'm asking if you know 90. Not in the biblical sense, you know. You know 90? Ma'am? You know 90? No, I'm asking if you know 90?
No,
oh, you don't know. That's 90 wellness, one of the most prolific producer in the history of Jamaica music. Hold on. No, may I try to operate your phone? And I don't know nothing about your phone. Mistake me make. Yes, sir. Jabi, Wagwan.
Yeah, greetings, man. How you doing, man?
Fine, thank you. I want the lady to introduce her.
Yes, greetings. This is Sister Aishel as well.
Yeah.
I'm representing the Dark Foundation here in Jamaica.
Yeah.
This
Hold on. The other day, a lady came here in connection with the Dark Foundation, didn't one? I think a lady came here in connection with the Dark Foundation. Or is it? Yes, man, I'm sure, almost sure. Your name is?
Sister Aisha.
It wasn't you, though?
No, sir.
All right, introduce Jabi there for me now. Yes.
And we are here with, here with us this evening this morning is Russ Jabi, the chairman of the Dark Foundation.
Yeah.
Jabi.
Yeah, man, the lady come here the other day in connection. Don't you know that? A lady came here, yes. Don't you know that?
Yeah, give thanks.
Tell me about her, lady.
Yeah, well, this was it, Sister Amadana?
She wear one kind of wrap, one kind of thing over her thing, yes. And she made mention of you.
Well, there's so many ones it's hard now to identify the particular.
Yeah, but one came here and I think she was raising some funds for some good what was it again?
Raising funds?
Yeah. Yes,
no, I know what you are saying, possibly. And you had Sister Sadani on the line talking about...
No, the lady actually came in here. Okay. Yeah. But she did make mention of you, and then I asked her if there's another name for you different from Jabi, because there are several people known as Jabi, but she couldn't give me no name.
Okay. Yes, sir.
All right, we're going. No, yes. What do I different name? Ethiopian or English?
Ethiopian name, Dr. B. Whereas I am an herbal practitioner in New York.
The Ethiopian name, yeah. And your ordinary name registered.
Yeah, that is my ordinary and extra.
But identity-wise, because
ID.
Eh?
Yeah.
Me see your ID.
We don't have it with you. We don't work with ID like that.
I will go for a break.
Alright, good enough.
You hear me now? You see Babylon, you know, come at gunpoint. Babylon capture we at gunpoint and the point of the sword. And carry how much 1,000 miles come across, yeah? How much 100 years. And it's no wonder when we take different name. A Bongo Jeremy name.
Right.
Bongo Jeremy name. And I don't wonder, it's no wonder when the brethren just have Dr. Jabi and them kind of way and I want to put on English name, I don't blame him. I don't blame him at all. But it is necessary for we identify, you know, feel no way. A Babylon do it now, we're going to put it straight. And we're going to put aside all of them English name and they all wellness and 9 and all them. I'm a virgin. And yet one time we're going to put them thing one side. But for the time being, I feel no way when me ask if I identify.
No, I fully
because when I said Jabi, when the lady tell me about Jabi the day, you know, I think a Bunny Wheeler she attack. But my mind tell me to find out which Jabi, and eventually she show me say it's not Bunny Wheeler. And Bunny Wheeler's name, Bunny, him name Livingston. And we have to have these other, never Livingston, we have to have these other identity. Just like how we have fingerprint. We are not thief, but we still allow people to take our fingerprint. Because we're not thief, why we allow them? For if we're thief and can't take my fingerprint if I'm thief. You know?
Well, you see,
yes sir, yes Jabi.
There is many sides to certain coins, right?
Yes sir.
And for example, there's an occasion here in Jamaica where some Rastafari virgin was locked up.
Yeah.
Approached by the police, and one saying him Rasta 1.
Yeah.
Rasta 2.
I know them, you know. I know them personally.
And the whole essence, and that is reality, you know.
Yeah, I know them personally.
And they were even sentenced to some time in jail.
You know some, you know them?
Yeah, they repeated that on a few occasions.
And I'm going to say it yet about 17 more times.
Yeah, and they repeated that fact because they choose their identity. There's different ways of one identifying themselves.
Dermanite one.
Right. Your mother
Arbitrary court too.
Give you names upon birth.
Yeah. But anyway, what is your identity?
My identity is Jabi.
So you're not going to get no other identity except Jabi?
Jabi, that's my identity.
I'm so sorry. When I have to try with this lady. Yeah. What is your identity, ma'am?
As I stated, Sister Aisha.
Yeah. You have any other identity?
Miss Brown.
Yeah. What do you come here about?
Actually, I'm here. Well, first of all, I'd like to thank you because last year we were here as well talking about this event, this annual event that we have here in Jamaica. But we're celebrating Martyrs Day.
Ethiopian Martyrs Day.
Ethiopian Martyrs Day, which is a day that was established by His Majesty.
Do we know the names of the people who were massacred on the 19th of February?
Well, it's not the names of the people because remember.
I am asking you, do we know these names?
It's an Ethiopian Holocaust.
No, we know these names. I'm telling you that. We have the names.
You know the people that was murdered?
I know the names of the people, the first 30,000 and the others afterwards.
Okay.
30,000 educated youth in Addis Ababa that was rounded up and massacred. Massacred by Graziani and the rest of them because one of the youth threw a bomb after one of them to assassinate him, and in retaliation them massacre. They round up all of the educated youth in Addis Ababa and massacred 30,000 of them first, and when them done now, them start circulate around the wider Addis Ababa till them reach wider province, like what happened at Coral Garden in 1963.
Well, the first place that they started...
Hold on. No, I'm going to tell you this. Since Bunny Wheelers call himself Jabi, we're going to have to differentiate between you and Bunny Wheelers, and until we have a different identity, I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to allow it. I'm not going to...
one for you.
Yeah, you hear me, Skip? 9 in wellness, come in. 9 in Wagwan. Me say bring some music for me over there.
Yeah man, you know me always bring music to you guys.
Jimmy Cliff and all of them.
Yeah man, he's a man of respect, you know, so you know, so I have to just bring in music for you because
thank you very much.
Right now.
Do you find it?
Right.
You find the music that we had to bring?
No, I leave some music with the stuff. A nice lady out the front.
The same one we said a while ago?
Yes, and okay. I told her I'd like was to give you them, but
okay.
I don't think you get them, so I still can't spare because I always have spare for you. You know what I mean? So, you know, everything is here.
Yeah. All right, back to my lady. What you say about Ethiopian Martyrs, you know?
Yes, so it was specifically actor Deborah Libanos, which we're...
Deborah Libanos.
Libanos, yeah.
It's not our language, you know, but we're learning it.
Yes, give thanks.
Yeah.
So after the massacre of the priests there, His Majesty decided to start this Martyrs Day of February 19th in recognition of the Holocaust.
Yes, ma'am.
So we are acknowledging this holiday, which is today, February 19th, with our third installment here in Jamaica at the Jam Pro building this evening.
Yeah.
It's a free event. Yeah. It's going to be from 5:30 p.m. to 9 p.m. This event includes name recognition, traditional libations, a drum salute, and then also we're going to have a health symposium too, so they'll be taking blood pressure and testing sugar because it's all about the live people too, taking care of them so they don't become martyrs. How can we help the people? So
and one other way not to become martyrs or to minimize martyrdom is self-defense.
Absolutely.
And first, we're starting with the protection of the women and the children. Because we're not going to allow it.
Exactly.
It is threatening us in Jamaica right now.
It's plaguing Jamaica.
Yeah, no, it's plaguing Jamaica, but it's threatening bigger. A police state is in the offing. A police state is in the offing, and we're not going to allow it. We're not going to allow it, and we will defend the women and the children, and in so doing, we will defend ourselves. And we're not going to go down like, we're not going to go down cheap. Very expensive we're going to go down. A matter of fact, if we go down, we're going to go down very expensive. You know, understand me?
So give thanks, because again,
Yes,
this event, tribute to our ancestors.
Martyrs Day, a celebration of life, a tribute to our ancestors. Friday, February 19, 2016, Jamaica Intellectual Property Office, JIPO, Ground Pro, Jampro Building. Name recognition, traditional libation, 21 drum salute, tribute and health symposium. What's the name of the outfit that put on this?
The Dark
Dark,
Foundation.
D-A-R-C.
Dark stands for Diaspora African Rastafari Congress.
Yes, and where was it initiated? Where?
It was initiated in New York.
New York.
But it consists of Rastafari, the Rastafari nation from all over. We have a global
And
membership.
our brethren there, Jabi, was part of that.
He is part of it. He's the chairman, and I am the general secretary.
Yeah. Now, how does New York identify him? The state in New York, how do they identify him?
Jabi.
Yeah?
Yes.
And him driver's license?
I've never seen his driver's license.
Well, hear this now. The other day, the lady who she was soliciting, saying she welcome help and funds and so on. And I said to her, you have to be very careful accepting money. Because you wouldn't want to accept money from the lotto scammer and the Don, like what the PNP and the JLP do. And she said, do you know that the JLP accept money from lotto scammers and Dons and the PNP?
Well, you're telling me about the JLP.
No, I'm asking you if you know that. And from Orient and these Ponzi scheme, you know that they take money from them?
Well, you're informing me.
I know that I'm informing you. That's not what I asked. I asked if you know that they take money from
I'm being informed.
And you don't know. You never know before.
I don't have the details.
Could you? I don't ask about no details, ma'am. You're skirting the issue. Do you know that the PNP and the JLP take money from Orient and this Ponzi scheme? You don't know. You don't know. You know?
I know that there are questions.
No, you don't know. You don't know. But the fact is this, the PNP and the JLP, they take money from the Dons, they take money from Orient, they take money from a lot of scammers, and they take money from traffickers and all kind of bribers. They have no compunction about any such thing. But we, the black people, the African people struggle. We're going to be careful about that. But the lady that day said it don't matter because they will be able to redeem themselves. Dons by giving money to this thing will be able to redeem themselves. I showed her, hold on please, hold on. I made her know that you cannot be redeemed by money. It used to be thought that you can be redeemed by money. And people used to be redeemed by money. But in this time here, we're not going to take no Don and no gangster and no lotto schemer and no traffic guru and no Orient Ponzi scheme money. You agree with me?
I agree.
Thank you very much.
But these schemes have been going on for a long, long time.
What's the but about?
And what I'm saying is that, interestingly enough, I went to go buy a book by Laurie Gunst, which is Born for Dead, and the book is banned in Jamaica. And it is a fiction, but told by someone. It's a real story with names changed, and it displays the climate of Jamaica and the climate of the mentality of the people, and how they actually the government hired them to sway the elections and to bribe people. And so the book is banned in Jamaica. So I encourage ones to go out there and try to find it before.
Yeah, but why you brought in this?
Because you're speaking of Ponzi schemes and bribery and robbing people and taking money from people.
So what this book have to?
Because it shows you examples of it.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Detailed examples. Absolutely. From
Brooklyn to Babylon. Hear me now. In reality, we have to rub shoulders with all different kind of people. And I have friends where wrong do, and I have done wrong already too. See, so I'm not going to let me on an angel. But the fact is this: it is best to stay away from those things. It is best to only take in clean money. If you're going to take money from people, it's best.
Well, the best thing
I'm not going
to good culture.
I'm not going on holier than thou, because I'm not holier than thou. Really and truly. And especially in the music business, you have to rub shoulder with some rough and tough people. And you have to be tough too. We can't be no pushover in the music business now. The Bob Marley, them come in and place, come shot him up and all them way. We know who it is shot him to,
40 years today.
Today? That them shot him?
40 years today.
That them shot who?
Bob Marley.
Where?
Hope Gardens. Hope Road.
40 years today on the 19th of February.
Who said that?
On the 19th, today? No, go to the mic. Mic him there, mic him. Mic him, yeah. What you say?
Yeah, I'm saying this is the 40th anniversary of the Honorable Robert Nesta Marley being shot in Jamaica.
This what? This
year,
day?
yeah.
This year?
Yeah, 2016.
Oh, I think it's a 40 years today. I think it's a 40 years today.
I did say 40 years today, but in reiterating, I'm stating for the record, this is the 40th anniversary.
So it's not 40 years today then?
Again, for the record, I'm saying this year is the 40th.
So it's not 40 years today then?
Once again.
All right, Lloyd. Because we don't waste time, I say no. We don't waste time. But thank you very much for coming here and telling us about Martha's Day. Very much dark.
And thank you for your support.
And thank you for bringing Jabby. And Joshua me say, well then, allow him to talk still. But at this rate, if him now identify himself, it not go work. Not go work.
Give thanks for us.
Well, thank you very much for you, man. Yes, we can't be no pushover. Straight up, let's go for a break. No pushover.
And as we fight one another for the power and the glory, the kingdom goes to waste. We the people want to know just where we're going. Right now we have a tied behind the back, while certain people if unbuttoned. Where do we stand? We have too far to go, not to really know just how we get in there. And if we're getting anywhere, we have too much to change, not to know a possibility and changeability. Violence and crime is commonplace. No man walk free. Prophecy come closer to fulfillment in these dread times. Why should this be? And as we fight one another for the power and the glory, your kingdom goes to waste, and every drop of blood we tears. I feel we own this grace, yeah. I feel we own this grace. Can't build no foundation. Are we building a nation, or are we building a hut? And every time the some old friend you hear said just last night, we meet a sad sign. And if you talk too long, and if you walk too proud, watch where you lay your head. For out that dread, well dread, can't build no dreams on a fuss and fight. We don't care who I do it, just say that's not right. And as we fight one another in the power and the glory, your kingdom goes to waste, and every drop of blood we tears. I feel we own this grace, yeah. I feel we own this grace. Can't build no dream on a if and but. Are we building a nation? And as we fight one another for the power and the glory, your kingdom goes to waste. waste. We the people walk and know just where we're going. Right now we hands are tied behind the back, while certain people keep on butting. Where do we stand? We have too far to go, not to really know just how we're getting there, and if we're getting anywhere.
I'm so glad to have a couple of young people in here with me. There's another brother out there. There's a brother out there with glasses, a little elder gentleman. Can bring him, please? Yes, I'm so glad to have them two young people here who are going to liven up the debate. We're going to get to know them a little. We know one of them already to a certain extent. But welcome again. And we have a third brother here. Him to introduce himself. Sit, please. Alright, I wonder if you can manage to bring a chair from outside. Bring a chair for you now. My brother, bring a chair for you now, please. Yes, my lady. You are Latoy, alright?
Yes, that's correct.
Christopher.
And you are Christopher. Yes. And you had a little experience a while ago. I have to use up the time properly. But you see, you would know already how tedious, when I say tedious, you have to be, how tedious it is to organize people and to build institutions and to do these kind of things. And we see, even myself, there was a time you wouldn't find a whole photograph of me between 1968 and 69 and then coming along pain. Them time was some crucial time. I don't know nobody for to take a photograph. Or when Walter Rodney follow up and down them time, we don't allow nobody to take. Yet the special branch should have some special people who were assigned to move amongst us and infiltrate us and try to get as much photograph of us and all kind of thing. You understand? Mm-hmm. And yet there's necessity for us to identify ourselves. When I came in this morning, I thought that this must be the young lady, but I still had to ascertain that is you.
That's correct.
And that is why, identity, even though we have some English name here now, we're not English people. African people, them capture. So, little by little building institutions and self-government especially requires that we standardize certain things. We get to know one another. I must be certain that when I see a man look like that man again tomorrow, it's the same man. And if it's even the same man, I must ascertain whether I'm changing my identity or am I go under alias now, Yes. Mm-hmm. So sometimes our brethren and sisters might think that we're being too nitpicking. Yes. But these people sent somebody here just recently. And we received her and we're very glad for her. And in telling us of this charity work that she's doing, she mentioned about, glad for. Asked her who is the person in New York representing dark, and she said Jabi. So I know that there are several people named Jabi, including Bonnie Whalers is the best known person in the world, I believe, known as Jabi. But there are several other people known as Jabi. Yes. So I said, Jabi is who again? She said, I'm in New York. Ask her to identify and differentiate him from the other Jabi. She said, no. Further down, she gave me a reason to ask her if she know that she must be very careful of accepting money from lot of scammers and other people like this. She said she don't have no difficulty accepting money from them. I said, I think you should be careful. She said, no, she don't think so, because they're going to be able to redeem themselves by, if them even wicked and murder people, and if it's even blood money, by giving the money to dark, they will redeem themselves. I don't think it's a very what do you think, ma'am?
Definitely not. We believe in clean funds. It's very important that we keep our society clean. Money should, for instance, I always say that Parliament is for lawmakers, not lawbreakers. So it is really an opportunity for us now to set up things. The government is coming to an anti-corruption agency. So that's where the Prime Minister is headed, and that's where the country should head as well.
All right. Christopher, you think we just petty picking around when we think the brother should identify?
Not really, because if you're head of an organization, I think it is imperative that there must be some systematic name that is assigned.
But when I ask him what the state of New York know him as,
Yes,
and
that
him
is
said Jabi.
systematic. Yeah, and I
You
don't.
said Jabi. I know that you can deed poll the name and get the name Jabi, you know. But
Yes.
when I asked the young lady if it's that on him driver's license, she demur.
Indeed.
She demur.
Indeed.
My brother, what do you think? Introduce yourself to me, brother.
Yes, Barrington Brown.
Barrington Brown. Haven't you live in North America?
Yes.
Yeah. And you don't think I should be able to identify somebody? I mean, if they are coming to the public and looking support, you don't think we should be able to identify outside of a nickname or a stage name?
Quite sure, and not only that, you should have a tax ID reference number also, because if you're getting funds, then it should go in a bank account, and that bank account should be registered and can be audited because you're getting funds from the public. But this reminds me of the young misstatement from Florida, like what the Pope did, and Martin Luther back then rebelled because the Pope asked donations so that people could get to heaven in good grace.
Yeah.
And Martin,
Yes.
and that's how Protestantism started.
Yeah. The Pope was selling indulgences. In other words, if you commit certain sin on the Catholic Church charge, if you pay a certain money, your sin will remove and him promise him give a passport to heaven.
Correct. And that was
the whole he was selling.
The other, and how Protestantism started with Martin Luther at the time.
Protesting against that.
Protesting against that kind of behavior.
Now this is the nature of debate. This is why we get to know one another. This is the kind of thing that we debate and each person put forward them view.
Indeed.
You refute on a view if you disagree with it. You confound the criticism, you do this, you do that. All civilized, you know.
Indeed.
Yes, instead of gunshot and stammering and cursing each other.
And
this
slander.
is civil discourse and how society and civilization has been conducted starting from Africa.
Which is the reason why one of the things I wanted to have a look at today was the whole tax.
Yeah, but with this, you'll get time. Don't worry yourself. We're going to the 11 a.m. headline news. You'll get time. Don't worry yourself, man. I know that you are, and this is how you have to be relentless. And I know you're going to reach far. Because you are relentless.
Indeed.
I tell you, we don't relent, do we? Yeah, man, it's lovely. Would I introduce yourself again, please?
Barrington Brown.
Yeah, man, Barrington Brown and
Christopher Smith.
Nice, and Lasaya.
Fuller.
That's lovely. We're reaching somewhere, and it's my pleasure when I see younger people than myself, significantly younger people than myself, interested in the program, and that is not a flattery. Interested in all program is not like straight up as any special thing, but interested in communication is what makes me feel like I'm doing something worthwhile when younger people, and they don't have to agree with me.
And the sharing of history is very imperative for all some of us through the program.
And not just my version of it neither. We have our young guest here, the Colin Arch brother from the elder that was here a while ago. Please, thank you very much. Yes, Christopher, a young lady here, even before the Monday full-blown debate, she has some points that you want to make about the economic, some economic questions. I'm going to get 2 minutes here, ma'am.
All right, thank you very much. One of the callers called in earlier and they said they want to demystify this tiered rate that the JLP is proposing.
Tiered.
Yeah. It's a tiered.
In other words, step by step.
Step by step.
Going upwards.
So they are proposing that if it's less than one.
They who?
The JLP.
Oh.
If it's less than 1.5 million, then
if what is less than 1.5?
If your salary is less than 1.5 million, then there will be no tax. If your salary is between 1.5 and 5, then this tax rate remains the same. And if your salary is over 5 million, then your tax rate will be higher. Now this tiered system is not a new system. It was thrown out in 1986 and it was reintroduced in 2010. And after 1 year it didn't work and it was thrown out again.
Thrown out in 86 by who?
It was thrown out in 86 by the government at the time.
I said by who?
Well, I can't speak to specifically who had done it, you know.
You don't remember who was the government at that time? It was 80 to 89, it's Siaga-led government.
And he was also the finance minister at the time.
Yeah. So it had to be thrown out in 86.
It was thrown out in 86.
And when again?
It was thrown out again in 2011.
2011, that is the Bruce Golden government.
Yes.
And then when again?
And it wasn't introduced. They are introducing it now again. So it failed under two.
They're proposing it.
They're proposing it right? So it has failed under 2 JLP administrations prior, and now they're reintroducing it in 2016. Hoping to introduce it in 2016, but it has failed twice.
Yeah, you only have 30 seconds more.
Okay, well, a big part of it is that if you're not taxing at source, then you must be taxing at consumption. So what we're looking at here is a situation where GCT is the implied implication that GCT will have to be increased, right? So the tax burden is now moving from the earners to the consumers. Big problem. We're talking about an increase in GCT. We're talking about IMF, possible IMF problems, because the government is going to be running into funding issues, right? So evidently the tier system has not worked.
Well, that time.
It hasn't worked, and it won't work.
All right. Young lady, I think you're an accountant.
Yes, I am.
So you're very familiar with
numbers.
Familiar with the numbers.
Hold on, make me talk, because otherwise you're going to start again. You can't work. Yes, you're very familiar with numbers and with monetary matters and that kind of thing. Christopher, what is your discipline?
Well, my discipline is history, world history.
History.
Yes, indeed. And what I have to say today, Mr. Small, is not what is being proposed by our
I don't want you to address that economic
no
thing,
I will not.
You were dealing with
I think the objective going forward as a nation for young persons is more mentorship program within our inner city areas. I live in the inner city. I see day to day the non-productiveness of the youth. They are there, they are gambling. There's nothing there for them to do. I remember in other Caribbean islands, you have mentorship program where persons from the upper state of society would come and try to mentor somebody from a lower income part of society, and they would have that person being a better person in life. And I think more of that need to be implemented in Jamaica to get more youths involved in the industrialization of Jamaica.
All right, my brother here. Introduce yourself again.
Yes, Barrington Brown.
Yeah, you have lived abroad. You have lived in Jamaica, not you?
Yes, and my background academically, professionally is varied, because I started to work with my father from a youth, and he had 2 businesses, print trade employment agency, study history, economics, public policy, and government, computers and all that kind of stuff.
But recently, like the last 20, 30 years, you are in construction?
I'm a tax financial consultant.
Okay.
My clients are in the United States.
Okay. All right, now, well, what interested you in this debate here?
Well, the fact is, when you look from the day I was born till now, the situation is still colonial or neo-colonial, the same apparatus and psychology being used, and the main export has been people. So we remain underdeveloped and don't grow and so on, and more people come off with the plantation mentality, and we're just treading and going in a circle. We need to break the cycle. Treadmill.
By the way, what community in the world, which country in the world, which society in the world you admire for having transformed themselves to what they want to be?
Well, transformed is one thing, but one country come up where they did it under a whole lot of pressure and so on. They made their own choice, independent choice, and that is Cuba.
Cuba, yes. Is there any country that their transformation is really warm your heart?
Well, Jamaica, because Jamaica is seen in
over what years?
Jamaica even the current years now.
No, when I say transform. No, hold on, please. When I say transformation, over what period? I want to kind of define the period.
All right, between the 90s and the current millennium. Right?
90 what?
The 1990s, just the 90s in general. No,
You know that the regime started in 89. You know that?
The regime started in 1989.
Yeah, and for 3 years it was under Michael Manley. So it started in 89.
Right. So a lot of the policies that
out of the whole world, that is the society that you have seen have made the most most effective transformation?
No, what I'm saying is that the transformation that we're undergoing.
No, I'm asking this now. In the world, in modern history, this is the transformation that you see as the most complete.
It's not the most complete.
All right,
but
well, I'm asking you now, which one you would say as the most complete?
No, I'd like to start Jamaica.
No, all right. We're not going to really learn what I want to learn, but we're going to get next chance. Which country, which society? It don't have to be even an entire country.
Yes.
It can be a community or city. Like for instance, New York drastically cut it. The crime and murder rate was drastically cut in New York in certain years.
Yes.
Now Giuliani and his regime has been credited with it. Are you aware of that?
Yes, indeed.
At the same time, he came up against his own ethnic community. Not against the community. He came up against players from his own ethnic community, the Italians.
Yes.
Maybe this was why he was able to be so effective. You are aware of that thing that happened?
Yes, I followed.
You're aware of the Giuliani thing? So it is Italian. Giuliani is Italian background.
Yes.
And he came up against the mafia and various other things, which is part of the Italian culture. And yet he was able to do certain things. Yet it's not attributable to him alone, because you know his teams of people at the thing. But I was feeling out, I was feeling out like how our brother here gave
Well, yeah. Mr. Small, for me, what I would say, Jamaica development has been retarded by policies that could have worked, but was
but still
cheated.
You're not telling me about the community, are they?
Well, my community of that I would say stimulate me in that way is it Ethiopia, no, Mr.
Ethiopia.
Small? Yes.
Over what period?
Over the period of the coup that
1974,
75. Until the transformation recently, where you're finding tourism business one of the most paramount thing that drive Ethiopia.
So Barrington gave us Cuba. I also admire Cuba very much.
Yes.
You have given us Ethiopia. My young lady, she wanted to talk about, when give her a chance, I will talk about 89 to when?
To current, in terms of the transformations that the country has undergone.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the infrastructure development, the highways, the use of technology.
Yeah, I acknowledge that the highways is one of the main benefits of Patterson's regime. Although they cost us more than twice what they should have cost us. But really and truly, it has made a
significant difference, and it continues under the Portia Simpson Miller administration as well.
So the 4 years of the JLP was a kind of setback.
Well, you said it.
No, I'm asking. We're trying to deal with some mathematics there, so we want to subtract what is not positive.
Right. At the end of the day, we look at things. Technology has improved significantly, and Jamaica is poised for additional transformation.
Poised?
Yes.
Is it a still life or is it action?
No, man, it's action. It's action that is taking place.
Poised is like takeoff. You know that plane, like when the runway is busy.
But first you have to stabilize.
No. First the one on the runway take off, and the other one them poised.
No, man. No, not paused.
Poised, me say.
Right.
When one plane is on the runway about to take off, you allow that one to go out, and the incoming one you allow it to land. Meanwhile, many are poised for takeoff.
We are well ready.
Yeah.
You know, the economy.
Like in the 4 years when the jail was in authority, you know. In that time we had to be parked. That's what I said. They were poised. That is the time we were poised.
We were parked.
Poised.
Yes.
But now taking off.
Yes, things are happening.
Yeah,
things are happening for the country.
And remember PJ warned. You're aware that the 25th of February next week is an anniversary.
Which anniversary is this?
No, I'm asking if you are aware.
I know that the 29th.
Well, if you are not, you just say no, you know. And if you are, you say yes.
No,
you are aware?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, I think it's on the 25th of February that Portia Simpson Miller triumphed over Peter Phillips for the presidency of the party in 2006.
Yes.
And Patterson didn't take any side in the run-up publicly. But he said to the PNP afterwards that they have made the right choice, because not only is Portia Simpson Miller the best hope for a 5th term, he having secured 4 terms, you know. Because even though Michael Mann was the head of the party in '89, his PJ Patterson was the main architect and executor of the '89 victory.
Yes.
So he executed 4 victories and they were looking for a 5th term. Hold on. I tried to get you up to date. They were looking for a 5th term. So after Portia Simpson Miller was chosen by the delegates, PJ said to them, so finally I will endorse Portia. I didn't want to endorse her before and tip the scale against Peter, but I'm endorsing Portia. Not only is she the best opportunity for the 5th term, best chance, she is the only opportunity for she's the only hope for the 5th term, because in other words, if you didn't choose anybody else, them couldn't deliver no 5th term.
That is true. They both make that is Prime Minister and Peter Phillips. They both are credible leaders and they make a dynamic team.
Yeah. But you know why did they lose the 2007 election?
In 2007, that was a tricky year, eh?
Tricky? No, she is the most popular figure in the history of Jamaica politics.
At that time, yes.
No, still.
Still.
The most popular figure in the history of Jamaica politics. Hello?
Yes.
And, no, but pay attention. Wait, look here, you come like the Calabar youth to tear off him sweatsuit, you know, after him win the race.
I sure, did you say?
Yes, that's cool Africa. She's beautiful, by the way. And she resembles 2 great lady women now. 2 great lady women now. Well, anyway, so now, you can't phone me, look out all that thoughts out of me. Anyway, she was the most popular, she still is the most popular figure in the history of Jamaica politics.
Yes.
And she just beat Peter Phillips and become president.
Yes.
She had a year and a half more of term could serve. But somebody touch her and tell her to run the election now in 2000 she run the election she win 2006 and she run the election a year and a half later. Now she, in the time coming up to the election, Bruce Golden just rejoined the JLP. I don't know if you're aware of that. Did you know that?
Yes.
Did you know why I'm rejoining the JLP more than the NDM? You know why I'm rejoining the JLP?
You're going to inform me.
No, but I'm asking if you know.
And I mean,
it's not a multiple choice, so nobody guess. It's Siaga. Patterson retired Siaga out of politics.
That's
Patterson
correct.
run him out of politics.
That's correct.
But after that, them turn good friends. Siaga interfered with Patterson and run up him out from Patterson. And Patterson run him out of politics. And run him out from Patterson about black scandal bag and all kind of thing. Because a lot of money scandal and thing was going on. But Siaga pass in place and go say black scandal bag. But not only that, Bruce Golden know who was the second for Siaga. When Patterson took over from Michael Manley in 1992, Bruce Golden said, "Him pity Patterson because he's a boy in a man's job."
History has shown otherwise.
Well, Patterson stopped his mouth also. And then the question was raised later whether Bruce Golden was a boy in a man's job. I wouldn't say so, but you know, you have to be careful what you say still. But anyway, after Bruce Golden take over back the JP because Siaga left out of politics through Patterson. And not only that, the West Kingston seat come under the control of Dudus. And Siaga couldn't control Dudus. So much so that Siaga sent a message to the Commissioner of Police and said, "I'm asking you to remove these guys here, 13 of them headed by Dudus, because I can't control them."
Which is the reason why we don't believe in prosperity at any cost, right?
No, but you had Zeeks. You know about Zeeks? You're going on like a squeaky clean. So you are clean and beautiful. What you going on? You know about Zeeks?
No, what I know about is tax avoidance versus tax evasion.
Don't get too sanctimonious when you're talking about Dudus.
No, you said it earlier. There are things. It's kind of like the church. And it's also like the music industry. You said, you know, you come across a lot of different characters.
Unscrupulous.
And
you have scrupulous too.
Right. So when you come across different characters, you have to know, you know, and you have to decide.
Yeah. What happened is that Robertson and other people like Tavares Finson and other people like Gallimore and Vaz. They was very close to the West Kingston community, but not at Siaga's side like a sidekick. They were independent man close to the community. And little after that, them have more influence in the Siaga, in the community combined than Siaga. Now when Siaga said the danger, him gave out a sound one time just before elections. Be careful of the money that is coming into the campaign fund. Some of it is tainted money. I'm sure I'm throw word off some of them younger guys are bringing some money now.
Yes.
And he also sent a message to the Commissioner of Police. I wanted to take away Dudus and these 12 other guys because I can't control them.
We don't want to relive some of that.
No, but you're interjecting there and you don't know some of the things I want you to know. Now the Commissioner of Police sent back to him and say, I am not here to do your dirty work. So I don't want you to give me no list of guys to take out. Or you don't give me no evidence about anything with them there. So I want them to say you want me to remove them because you lose control of it. It begs the question, what used to happen when they were under them control? See, I say he can't control this guy. What used to happen when he was able to control them?
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
Well, what the whole scenario that played out with Dudus is a situation that we don't want
now
to
I'm
have.
asking you about Siaga.
Mm-hmm.
What you think used to happen when Siaga could control? Because there was a time when he could control these kind of guys. What do you think? What you used to happen? What do you think? Not details, but what kind of things used to? What do you think was the nature of the time when him used to be able to control everybody in our West Kingston? Can you imagine?
If I can imagine the kind of corruption that was taking place, the kind of money laundering, the kind of...
Don't extend my question, Start your answer.
You see, I don't like to speak when I don't have the facts.
No, but I'm saying you don't need the facts. If Siaga sent a list with Dudus at the head in 1993-94 to the Commissioner of Police, say, I wanted to remove these guys from the scene because they are out of control, they are killing people relentlessly, and them have all a shot of fire and thing. If Siaga send a message like that to the Commissioner of Police, and the Commissioner send back a message say, I'm not here to clean up who you are afraid of. Because you don't send no evidence of any wrongdoing and I only move against people on evidence of wrongdoing, so don't ask me to clean up these guys. Siaga said that these guys are out of his control. So can you imagine what used to take place when guys like these was under his control? Because there was a time when everybody in West Kingston was under his control, but I don't want to detain it too long. Now Zeke's and the PNP was the same kind of relationship, you know that? Yeah, but you know who is Zeke's?
I've heard of Zeke's, I don't know him.
Yeah. You know about Group 69, ever hear about Group 69? I was 1954 January. I was about 6 years old and I hear about them first. And over the next 2 or 3 years I get to understand them more. Group 69 is a group of people that was built to fight physically. The first set of PNP fighting unit that was constructed to fight physically because Bustamante used to batter PNP on the street. And PNP couldn't keep them in on the street of Kingston. Bustamante batter them with the whole trade union man, them whole BIT, Badman and Walkman.
Yes.
And Badman them mash them down.
Yes.
When they came back from the war, you see, that are going from 42 to 45, you know. Bustamante batter PNP on the street, that half them left PNP, because I know he wasn't the PNP. So 45, when the man them come back from the war, all of the educated people, PNP people are educated people now.
Yes.
So all of them educated people go to war, go to RAF and go in the army and go in the navy and come back. Them bring them gun with them, what if them bring them gun with them, you know, secretly. You're not supposed to take care of your gun, Franklin, but enough of our people, them bring them gun. And you them come with it, you know. Them lock them, hold them on the boat. A boat will bring them come back in and them have them gun, and the British have said, give up your gun before, and them say, we're not giving back your gun, or kill it. You understand? A gun them have to use and take them off of the boat, you know. And bring them up here, you know. Inside there, so look out there, see a wooden building out there. Some wooden building was here where the refugees in the war from Europe, them bring them, come keep them safe. War done now, then send back white people. But them have the building here, then take off the soul of them who bring back them gun. Down here, so I have them under gunpoint for weeks, you know. I try to take out them gun and I try to cool them. Well, a lot of those people is educated. All of them people is educated people, because them in a RAF and them in a army and them educated. Most of them was PNP people, young professionals like yourself. But they mail them. When they go and meet them with a jacket, because them decent people. Some of them was school teacher like Dudley Thompson. And some was accountant and some of them are different things. So them wear them jacket go and meet them.
Yes.
But the labourite, them now most to go in a shirt sleeve and all tear up clothes, half man. That's why them call them dirty labourite.
Okay.
That's where the name come from now.
Yeah.
But they wear the jacket to meet and look decent. Now they go and tuck in there. Because Bustamante have him gone a bad man them now long time and now them out turn the table now, you know, for Busta, you know. You didn't know? So when them go and meet them have them jacket, not only to look decent like me, but them tuck in and gun in there. And the table start to turn. So 1946 and it get really bad now. Although them have them gun tuck in there. Norman Manley and Ken Hill and Wills Isaacs and some more go down on Matthews Lane and organize the people down there into a fighting unit to physically fight Bustamante people. That named Group 69. Every PNP group have a number, you know. So Group 69 was the first garrison of the PNP to fight and make them can keep me in Pan Street and not mash up my meat.
That was the politics of yesteryears.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yes, so now Zeeks is a third generation from Group 69. Him grew up in a that Matthews Lane. And the JLP have for them own tradition of JLP families who will fight for about the year of song. The first song I know in a politics was my little boy at Brownstone, 3-year-old. 1951, them a drive me go home one night and we have pass the market. Big Bustamante meeting in the market at Brownstone, a country now. I hear the people must saying, we will follow Bustamante till we're dead. So me ask my old lady, say, what am I talking about? I was Bustamante. And I said, look by look me alone. But so people usually fight for them till them dead, you know. And you have people who follow Siaga till them dead. And I follow the whole of them.
But you talk about transformation earlier.
Yeah.
And cultural transformation.
Yeah.
And I think the revolutionary period is upon us.
Yeah.
Where we're moving away from that type of politicking.
Yes.
And we're moving into an era of anti-corruption.
And you know, so we can move into a police state also.
Well,
the evidence is...
No, you know, hold on. You know that it's possible?
You're telling me?
Well, we're not going to allow it, you know. Can I give you that message? Welcome back to Straight Up. We're about to call Herbie Miller. Because there's a Dan Drummond series of one-day symposium every Sunday in February. Yeah? Do we have him? Good morning. Welcome to Straight Up. Is this Herbie? Yes, you're talking about the revolutionary that phase that is now upon us.
Yeah, a part of the revolutionary phase as well.
That's now.
That's now. Is persons understanding principles of governance.
Yeah.
And persons are throwing terms around.
Yeah.
Tax avoidance versus tax evasion.
No, we're not going to spend much time on that, you know. We're not going to spend. You tell me about revolutionary phase now. That I want to hear from you.
Yes, but this is a big part of the revolutionary phase.
Tax business?
No,
we're not. No, listen.
Credibility.
That are economics, you know. I talk about politics now.
Credibility.
No, hear me now. Hear this. What the debate is going to be staged about is the future of Jamaican politics.
Yes.
Yeah. So now the tax business there now. We're going to deal with that another time.
Okay.
But I thought you was indicating that a revolutionary phase is upon us where a political revolution is about to be accomplished in Jamaica for the good of the Jamaican body politic.
That's right. We want to see a new type of politician. So what?
No. Monday you're going to tell what you want to say. I don't want you going to that now. Monday you're going to say that. But as I was saying that the PNP had to counter the bad man tactics of Bustamante in 1946. Them really concretize it by organizing a dedicated fighting force. Well, that was the first garrison. No, the first garrison actually was the BITU, Bustamante Fighting Unit. That's the first garrison. It was a moving garrison.
Yes.
And then the second garrison was a geographical garrison in Matthews Lane. But later on, Siaga and first Roseleon and then Tavares and Siaga perfected the new geographical garrison, which is the building of houses specifically to people it with people. Garrison of Matthews Lane was a first geographical garrison, but it was existing people living in Matthews Lane that was turned into a garrison. But now Tavares and Siaga, school by Roseleon, now built the first dedicated and built garrison by bulldozing where people was them opponent in West Kingston and in Southwest St. Andrew, and building physical garrisons. Alright, we're going to go to Herbie Miller. Herbie, how are you doing, sir?
Love, brethren. How are you, Jerry?
Yeah, fine, thank you. Now, the symposium that you have organized around the life and significance of Margaret and Drummond, the third in the series will take place this Sunday at the Institute of Jamaica, not true?
At 2 p.m.
2 o'clock, yes.
Yes, man.
It's called Don Drummond the Musicianer. Musicianer is a term given to wandering musicians. And it's subtitled Reflections and Interpretations. Participating will be Delphia Marcellus from that great New Orleans clan of musicians. Steve Touré, voted in the last 6 years by both critics and readers as the top trombonist in the world. Andre Merkinson is in his age group considered the leading trombonist in the world today in his generation. And interestingly enough, Jerry, he occupies Don Drummond's chair in the current edition of the Scatterlight. So he's very versed at the material.
Who are the surviving members in the Scatterlights now?
Just Doreen and Lester Sterling, you know.
Doreen Schaefer and Lester Sterling. All right. Now, I'm so glad that Dermot Huss is going to be moderating that session.
Yes.
You have any idea why?
Of course, man. We know that Dermot has been a steadfast supporter of what we are doing musically and culturally, but more specifically that in 1969, on the death of Drummond, Dermot produced this wonderful document called Requiem for Don Drummond. Of course, you were a participant in there, along with Cox and Dodd, Prince Buster, Tommy McCook, Timmy Carnegie, I think, was in there too, among others.
Mervyn Mars, yeah.
And Mervyn.
Raymond Meir.
Raymond Meir, yeah. There. So it's significant and important that Dermot be the one to pull this all together on Sunday with his depth and knowledge of this subject.
Yeah, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes. What will be happening is that at this level of musicianship, and especially in the case of the Americans, you and I know how outstanding our man Drummond was. But we both also know, Jerry, that these Americans do not need Drummond to substantiate their position in the world of trombone playing. But the fact that they pay such deep and steadfast attention to Drummond tells us a lot. And I want them to come here, articulate that both verbally and with their trombones.
All right.
And that's the significance
of
having them here.
So anyway, just a reminder, it's Sunday afternoon, 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
At the Institute of Jamaica, entrance on Tower Street. Entrance on Tower Street, and is the third in the series of Don Drummond Symposia. And the last one will be next week. Next week we'll talk about that one again. But we're out of time.
No?
We're out of time. But are there any local musicians that will be there?
Most definitely. Romeo Gray on trombone will augment it.
Yeah.
And I know we're out of time, but give thanks to JMMB, IRA, News Talk 93, Chase, CPTC, and Linstead Market.
All right, thanks a lot.
Love, Reginald.
Now we have outside the brother from New York. You can go for him, please, and 90 Wellness if he's there. 90 Wellness and the brother Jabby and the lady with him. 90 Wellness and the lady with him, and Jabby and the lady with him. Yes, no. We have any calls there? Yes, so preparatory to Monday. That is why we're reasoning with these young people here, including my brother near Barrington. You put on some people. You put on something in connection with some people where they up in the hill. Tell about it quick.
Yeah, it was
quickly.
Commemoration of Bob Marley's birthday, Earth Strong. So it was at Levels.
Levels is where?
Skyline Drive.
Yeah.
7B Skyline Drive, and it was not overloaded but well attended. And we look forward to putting on other shows there and events.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. All right, we have back 90 Wellness here with one of them artists, and we also have back Jabby with his lady. Sit down first with Jabby, please. My lady, please come. Lady in the yellow, yeah, please. All right, now, the Haile Selassie School, Haile Selassie High School, the high school down at PN Avenue there, is one of your beneficiaries from previous years. This is not the first.
No, from previous years.
All right, in the mic, can we hear him, please? Yeah, the beneficiaries of DARC, D-A-R-C. What does the meaning of D-A-R-C again?
Diaspora African Rastafari Congress.
Yeah, and this is starting in New York.
Yes.
And the Haile Selassie School is a beneficiary.
Yes, it's one of the
For the
beneficiaries.
for the first time.
No, we have been for the last 3 years we have been providing different things to the school, in particular books, Pan-African books.
Yeah, the school
supplies
really needs some. They need the friends. One time there was an organization named Friends of Haile Selassie School. I think Dr. Michael Barnes, you know him?
Yes, I'm very much familiar with it.
Yeah.
In fact, the goal is to rekindle those older ones so that we all can work together to achieve.
You're familiar with the Haile Selassie School, man?
Absolutely. I've been working with them
Bring
for
it down.
years.
Yes.
But particularly within the dark organization, we've provided scholarships for students. We've
Yeah.
provided school supplies for certain classes, and again, the books. We fill the library shelves of books in the library.
When you do these things, you must monitor about the school, because
Absolutely.
frequently
We've been monitoring them for years.
Frequently, if you don't monitor it and mentor it, sometimes.
And we've also communicated with the surrounding communities, the groups. There's a community
like
that,
Junior, you know Junior.
Absolutely.
What's full name again?
You can.
Ross
You should
Junior.
tell me.
Yeah,
Ross
Ross
Junior.
I know him, but you know. Just before I get back to Jabi,
I've worked with the school through I've worked with the school through youth
just
council.
want to ask you something. You're born in Jamaica?
Me? No, I wasn't born in Jamaica.
And your parents are African American?
My parents are Jamaican.
Oh yes, okay, nice.
St. Mary.
Yeah, what your family name?
Brown.
Brown, St. Mary. What part of St. Mary?
Port Maria.
Nice. What you just want to say, Jabi?
Yes. Also, 2 weeks ago, we
Yeah.
were in Jamaica where we had a health symposium for the school where doctors from...
Oh yeah, that is the thing that the lady was telling me about.
So we did provide, and in fact it wasn't only for students within the school, it was also for the surrounding community.
PN Avenue.
PNland community, all those within the community who were afflicted was able to come. And one of the sad reality was that many of the youth are psychologically scarred because the girls, all of them were molested. And they point out that fact to us that they suffer from molestation from the
Well, I'm
time
going to tell you.
It was a very, very good.
I have a friend who is in her 50s now, and she was a student there. And she suffered the same kind of experience. So much so that, she gravitated to father figures because she was in need in one, and she even told me of a day standing at the fence at the Haile Selassie School with some of her friends, 13, 14-year-old, and seeing a man passing down the road, a senior man who looked very admirable and thing, and she just started to fantasize that this is our father and tell her friend that this is our father, and that kind of thing.
Right.
And this kind of experience leading to that kind of reaction can even make them susceptible to more things.
Oftentimes that's what happened. Because it's a matter of a culture
seeking a father figure.
Yes, culture. So the goal is to continue to provide, especially this being the 50th year of his Majesty's visit.
And it was on his Majesty's first visit that he did force them to disclose that he had sent some money here, because he had sent some money. I don't know if you know that, my young lady. That's why I was telling the lady, say, careful how you take money from scammers, because sometimes you take money from good people and it is hidden. Sometimes you take money from scammers and hide the facts they get from scammers. And sometimes good people send money and it's hidden. Because from 1964, Haile Selassie had sent some money down here with a government minister in the Jamaica government, and they did not reveal to the people of Jamaica. That's why when Haile Selassie was nearby in Trinidad in 66, and we heard, and we said, why are you not inviting him here? They tried to resist from inviting him. We didn't know that it's because them supposed to have a school down here. And the place got a catch on fire, and so them invited me at the last minute. And when he came here, I said, I want to go and look at the school. And there was no school.
Right. In fact, the bars of gold that were given to erect a university, not a school.
Well, that I got information from that time that is not just cash he gave them. He gave them some ingots.
Yes.
The actual physical bar of gold.
That's correct.
Well, thank you very much, yeah?
You're welcome.
Yeah, in what part of St. Elizabeth?
Barely here, man.
What part of St. Elizabeth?
From Black River to Black River.
Oh, yeah, sir.
Yeah, man. Tell them that Kingston is not Jamaica, although it is in Jamaica. So they need to start it out proper that we can hear
But
them.
Black River is not St. Elizabeth.
Tell them to take a leaf out of the prestigious internationally acclaimed UWI that strive for excellence.
Yeah.
And apply some of that excellence to the transmission. By the way, Jerry, you ever read the book To Kill a Mockingbird?
Yeah.
I got a Jerry.
What the guy name again? The writer name is the tip of my tongue.
Harper Lee.
Yes, but
She died,
I think on a birth Lanka. What the Englishman, the man who started. Anyway, she died.
Yeah, she died today in the United States.
But her identity was confused for a while, I believe.
Yes, but she was a woman that keep a low profile, Jerry, although her popularity exploded due to that book.
Yeah.
It is the nature of some human beings to keep a low profile, you know?
There's a lawyer, not a lawyer, a white lawyer that defend a black youth falsely accused as murder.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. We have to cut it here, sir.
Indeed.
Thank you very much. We have another. We have some text messages here. Here we go. First one. Good morning, Jerry. What does the term pissant, P-I-S-E-N, tail mean? Oh, pissant tail. And where did it come from? Bless up. Coming from Taddy. Pissant tail. It means those little children who still a wet bed. And them say the people who wet bed extra face, you know. And that true is him. That's what pissant tail mean. Especially little children who wet bed and get up and all about the house and all go out the road with the same pissant clothes on them. They you don't know, what you mean? Taddy, you don't know that Taddy. Next one. Good morning, Jerry. Is it time PJ Patterson and Katie Knight to sit aside in them rocking chair and stop bonfire with PNP? They soon drop down on the platform. No, you're praying for them drop down? No, you're praying for them drop down or you want them At least them step back on a coach. Some people at them age still in the fray. But them step back on a coach. Next one. Jerry, as I see both parties is like a choice to eat the garbage from the garbage bin or eat the garbage that falls. Very poetic. Next one. Better in our minds. No, better in our minds rather than the system. Or better in our minds other than the system. Okay, we have better in our minds. Next one. Don't be a hypocrite, Bongo. When your kids and grandkids cut their hair, does it mean that they are uneasy within themselves? This person is disputing when I say that people who don't like them own hair, especially females, is like an illness. Now this person is countering by saying, don't be a hypocrite, Bongo. When your kids and grandkids cut their hair, does it mean that they are uneasy within themselves? They may be uneasy in themselves, and some of my children, I'll process them here too. Yes, you don't even know, I know just cut them here. Some of them process them here too.
That's true.
And not comfortable with having them own here too. You don't understand me? Next, and I never have to tell you that, you know. Next one, who represents us? The shareholders. Who represents the shareholders? What them take us for, Jerry? Tell me. Them take you for a poppy show. Soon find out though. Next one, Jerry, all them do is study poor people and write book about poor people. Is so them get them ratings. Next one, it's a small good day. Why the Marley family do not help some youth in Bull Bay, St. Andrews, Bob Marley Place and 9 Mile Bull Day? Well, I have heard of the Marley family helping people in 9 Mile Bull Day. And both Windsor Lodge and other place too. I don't know. You mean you want more help from them? It's not good to sit down and be waiting for help from people all the same. And when you see people have money, you try to text. You have to get out of them habit then. You have to get out of those habits and do for yourself. I tell you, I don't grudge nobody for them things. And we have to get out of them habit then. Next one. Mr. Small, can you explain the word politics to me? Yes, I can, but we're short of time here now. We only have 5 minutes left and we're supposed to go to 9 here now. And Ethiopia, one day must please to call in Edom and the Lord awake for his higher rank like Solomon. I don't know if this is a quotation or what. Next one. Good morning, Jerry. I admire your stand on principle relative to the guests identifying themselves. Thank you. Next one. We can't afford for the youth them coming to learn and adapt this system. It's a soul-selling, hell-dumb way. Thank you very much for them text messages. We only have 2 minutes. 90, what's your artist name, 90?
Mr. Jade.
Mr. Jade. Mr. Jade. How are you doing, Jade?
Good morning, everybody. I'm doing great.
Yeah, what part of Jamaica are you from?
I'm from Kingston, but, originally from Spanish.
What the music is about?
The music is about people who's not eating healthy.
Okay.
The song is called Soda Bag.
Alright, next week 9 are going to come back here, but we're going to take a spin off the music. But I want to thank my producer, Tanya Richards, very much. I also want to thank my production assistant, and she is Shavoya Fleming. I want to thank my broadcast technician, Yain Stewart. So let's hear from Mr. Jade. What name?
Soda Bag.
Alright, Soda Bag. Mr. Jade, straight up.
Sure. I want to the boy, man. Don't come waste my time, man. I do mystery, Mystery Jade. Sure. We say the boy have soda back, fat juice back, up a length of the pipe and can't use that. In voltage low, the current now shock, now erupt with them syrup back. Boy have soda back, fat juice back, up a length of the pipe and can't use that. In voltage low, the current now shock, now erupt with them syrup back. Spine up your firm, you have to eat healthy, my youth. Your pocket up wealthy, can't manage one gal boat, you want 20. No same fish, that mean your back empty. Spine up your firm, they linky like worm. You have Susie, you still want to burn. You nah drink no roots, nah blend up no juice. That means that you no concern. So the boy have soda back, fat juice back, up a length of the pipe and can't use that. In voltage low, the current nah shock, nah erupt with them syrup back. Boy have soda back, fat juice back, up a length of the pipe and can't use that. In voltage low, the current nah shock, nah erupt with them syrup back. Spine up a firm, you have to eat healthy, my youth. Your pocket up wealthy, can't manage one gal boat, you want 20. No steam fish, that mean your back empty. Back up your firm, the linky like worm. You have Susie, you still want to burn. You nah drink the roots, nah blend up no juice. That means that you no concern. So the boy have soda back, fat juice back,